Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Leo, and today we are continuing the Disco Elysium file. Where we last left off, we had gone to the pawn shop, explored a bit more. We found out some information about our gun. We found out that we had sold it, and a woman, had bought it. And so that might not be good. And we also sold Kim's spinner hubcaps in order to pay our damages, and now we are staying here, but we have to pay every night. So what we're going to do... Oh, and we also had a really nice conversation at the end with Kim on the balcony that like summarized the day's events and stuff like that. So what we're going to do right now is, first of all, I can pick up these bottles. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take all, because these will be useful for taking to Freet. But what we are also going to do is we are going to... Aha! It's interesting that the bottles don't actually show up as interactables unless you have the thing equipped. I think that's cool. So yeah, what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and unequip this now, because I don't think we'll be needing it. What we can do is we can, first of all, close this door. We are going to try to see if the, what it takes to remove the boots, because one of my missions that I can do is I can get all the things of armor. So we're gonna see really quick if the boots are what it takes to remove the boots. Because I'm not quite sure. Actually, can I pick up any of the bottles in here? If I equip this, no. I mean, I guess it would make sense that they're all kind of being used at the moment. So let's go ahead and unequip that. Let's go out. By 2, everyone's asleep. It's not 2 yet. I think I would still have time to sleep, but let's go ahead and find out what it would take to remove these boots. I don't suppose Kuno is gone. Nope, Kuno is still here.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion.
Oh, it's snowing. So really quick, hang on. What are my objectives regarding this? Getting the hanged man's boots. Hang on. Kim has to be absent. Oh, autopsy has to be finished, which we haven't done. Okay. So I cannot do it yet. So I'll have to do it tomorrow. This will be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting hold of the boots. Fair enough. It would make sense that, whoops. He wouldn't, they wouldn't... Kim would definitely not... He would notice if I remove the boots before the autopsy, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why my brain had a mental fart on the order of words that I was trying to say. So I guess we'll just go to bed. There's not really a whole lot to do right now. I do still need to ask him about this. There's not really anyone to interact with. Can I do anything about the special borscht? Like, can I investigate anything right now? No. Okay. So let's go ahead and just go to bed. Because we have a busy day ahead of us tomorrow. Out of curiosity, can I talk to you?
The door is closed.
I'm not going to disturb her this late. But it's good that I can knock. So let's go ahead and do this. I can still pick this up? Oh, empty cassette tape. Cassette case. I didn't realize that was a thing I could pick up. There used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Atelier single "Smallest Church in Saint-Saëns" must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in '43. Interesting. Okay. I also did get a tank top, but I wasn't gonna put it on. Tank top, gym vest, reeking of sweat. This sleeveless shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body and that hairy chest. +1 physical instrument. I'm not gonna put it on. I like what I have on right now. Let's go ahead and shut the door. And I guess let's go ahead and go to bed.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Let's go ahead and crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
All right.
And then sleep doesn't come.
What does come?
And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing.
Psyche check.
Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Yeah, he's probably... This is his first night trying to sleep since he lost his memory, so I'm not surprised this is happening. Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Continue. Oh, this is cool. I wonder if it's gonna be like me hanging from the tree or something. Or is that a disco ball? It is me hanging from the tree.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Bloated corpse of a drunk. What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
You said... who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Not commenting on that. I was left?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Continue.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Well, in the spirit of trying to redeem himself, I don't want to say I don't want to come back, because I mean that could be like I want to start fresh, but I think the game will interpret it as I want to just sink into this state of depression and never return. So I'll say I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
So, I believe in some kind of mythology. I don't remember exactly which one. I think it might be Greek. Elysium was kind of like the paradise for humans who died. Kind of like heaven. Like Olympus and everything was the place of the gods, and then Elysium was the place of the humans who died and who had the like honor of ascending to Elysium. I think. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that's what Elysium is, at least in terms of mythology and stuff like that.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams, and the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. this dry, this unnourishing? There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
This is cool. I like this a lot.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
This is so atmospheric.
Good going, buddy.
Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Oh. Psyche check?
Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
Yeah, the hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. No, I can't. I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
I'm determined to do a redemption path. All right. So now it's like 7:30. Let's try to talk to Classier again.
The door is closed.
Knock again.
Still no answer.
Trying the handle would be weird. Knocking again much harder would also be weird. We will leave it for later. I probably will have to knock much harder. One thing I'm learning is that no matter what, it's just going to be super odd. Not odd, but like there's choices that I can't get away from. Alright, so it looks like we have stuff right here. Good morning.
Morning.
Excuse me. He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
I wonder why he slept rough.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dockworkers union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men
Yeah.
who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Oh, so we're dealing with the toughest of the tough, the like worst circumstances possible. There are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union.
That's true.
In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
All right, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
All right, psyche check.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
Motorics.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Interesting.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
All right, end. So, end of day debrief with Kim. So let's talk to her real quick.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Psyche?
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy, Lena. What's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Huh.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
All right.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
She sighs. Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns. Motorics.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Oh,
I
continue.
was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Continue.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window towards the bay. What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
I do want to add this as a side mission. A missing persons case sounds interesting.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
I know the water lock is out of order. Logic?
The water lock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Wait, who is this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
She smiles.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Yeah, I do like that this came into play. The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
Continue.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Could that be the tent on the ice by the church?
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
I did say earlier that I got a strange feeling that insects had something to do with the case. It's all coming full circle.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
Continue.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here, when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So your husband is some kind of scientist? Scientist?
Yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Oh, okay. So like people who study like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster or something like that?
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
Yeah.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious.
That's true. It could be they could look into like extinct animals as well.
Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Intellect.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Fair.
She's
Psyche.
completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
All right. Continue.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
Psyche.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Let's try again. Why don't you try describing him as you would one of your cryptids?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
All right.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with using a dating app or dating agency in this case to try to find someone. Motorix?
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
All right. I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but
Ah yes, Phasmatodea, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Oh, okay. So like a stick bug. Or, I know there's a bug that looks like a leaf, but I cannot remember what it's called.
Oh yeah, here comes the interesting.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insular Indian coast.
Interesting.
Hence its name, the Insular Indian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
She looks at you in the eyes and nods thoughtfully.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
Come on, Kim. You gotta have fun. I know we're on a job, but I mean, this side quest presented itself.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have? That's a bit disappointing.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insular Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Motorix?
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
You seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insular Indian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
So is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Okay, does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Okay, what's so special about this stick bug then?
Oh dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Suggestion, perhaps, maybe you could convince her to tell her about this. Okay. So, +1 less worried about husband. This is my second suggestion check.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you studied. Could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This one turned into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid, promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture.
Intellect?
Ooh, tough choice there.
Are they any invisible, dangerous, biggest, tiny? Yeah, let's go with... What's the most dangerous cryptid? No, let's go with... What's the tiniest cryptid?
Cryobacter catlensis.
Cryobacter catlensis?
Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou some 70 years ago.
What's so special about it?
The bacterial colony Mijanou found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate, certainly from before recorded history. Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life.
Wait, she injected herself with it?
Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
Okay. That's dumb. Just because the bacteria survived in the ice doesn't mean that injecting yourself with it is going to make you survive. Like, I know bacteria replicate, but you yourself are not the bacteria. You are not going to live for a long time, or you are not going to become immortal just because you inject an immortal being into your body. I don't know.
It's actually a little hard to see.
Yes.
But do go on.
You mean there's sure, let's go along with it. You mean there's an immortal geologist wandering the world?
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away.
Interesting.
We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream.
All right, we had the one. This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now, ma'am. Interesting. Okay. So, Tuesday. Find Morel, the cryptozoologist. You told Lena Morel is missing. You told Lena Morel is missing because of the broken water lock. She is worried he hasn't. She's still worried he hasn't come back. Let Morel know if you see him. We still have a lot of stuff to do. Titus, you were told to keep a low profile? What does that mean? 2 in the chest and down he goes. The tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. So what do you have to say about this borscht?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo says you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Psyche check.
They're friends.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself.
Motorics check.
Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
What is in that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure he asked you a question.
Probably.
He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury rising, run your fingers through your hair. What is that? Oh, is that my star sign? Is that the cool thing you thought of? I'm just gonna apologize. Sorry, I don't understand you.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer, with his brow arched.
You know what? Let's go with Mercury rising. Run your fingers through your hair.
Borscht need more vodka?
He looks at the soup, then at you. Huh.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Continue.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself!
I think I'm good.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. I wonder what would happen if I brought it down. Huh. Let's cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Alright, so what did that do? Done. Okay, so it's completed now. How close am I to doing a thing? Kind of close. Alright, so we have stuff that we need to do. Ooh, money. I could just walk right past them and they wouldn't know. Let's talk to you, I guess.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Oh. I didn't know this was going to be part of this.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dockworkers Union.
Ah. She is, I don't know if they actually said... Wait. Yeah, she's the one that they trained. They said her name, but I don't remember what it was.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
I didn't expect this at all.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Continue.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort? Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Psyche?
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Nah, you lied to me, so now I'm going to try to throw you off. I'm liking this.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
All right.
A man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
Um. Let's tell the truth. Although, I could throw her off and just lie. Because Mr. Everard sent her to law school. It would make sense to, like, interpret that as being in debt. So let's go ahead and throw her off a little bit more. He said you were in debt to Mr. Clare.
I represent the Union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
Cool. What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Well, apparently I've been testing my authority this entire time. Psyche
I
check.
saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it.
Okay.
You
Psyche
will
check.
not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
Cool. Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Alright.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. I am not looking forward to talking to that guy.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Let's see, the world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. I liked that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions. I'm not gonna...
Let's.
I should talk to Titus then. And on that note, we're not going to talk to Titus. What I could do is... I'm worried that just the act of walking in here will initiate something with Titus, and I really don't want to talk to Titus right now. What I do need to do is I need to do the autopsy, and I need to talk to the Wild Pines rep. I need to talk to these guys. Is it in my journal right now to talk to these guys? Oh, I can talk to Kim about the pissing competition.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
What about me?
Oh, I guess that's all for
Good.
now. Tell me about the case
What do you want to
again.
know?
Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Oh, well, that sucks. Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
So no one wants to. Okay.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Motorics.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it.
Yes, I am an unrepentant spoil sport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Huh. So this town is just like... It kind of reminds me of Night in the Woods again a little bit. Just like the town, no one really cares about it. The people here are just like... To the outside world, they just kind of live in their own little bubble. I don't know. Interesting. I wonder what this is about me, that I was sent by my station. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. There can only be one conclusion. I am the finest case-living machine, sent to outperform you in every way. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm gonna be... I'm actually kind of tempted to say number 3, but I'm gonna be boring. I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified.
The silence carries.
Alright, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Alright, psyche
He's
check.
actually glad it's addressed now.
Huh. Sorry Cop and Roy mentioned suicide. Logic. Why did the 41st send me? Interesting. Let's see if I can get this.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
No. Dumb brain. I'm good for nothing.
You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long.
I didn't know that would actually make me lose morale. Okay, so interesting. I should look into that. And on that note, that is done. So, nice. Nothing. We will talk about that later. So, what I want to do is I think we will actually go ahead and leave the episode there. Everett isn't paying me enough for this. Let's go ahead and quick save. So yeah. That was a very interesting episode. We got to kind of like gaze into Harry's thoughts as he dreamed about himself hanging from the tree. We got to talk to Kim. We have the option of talking to the Union. We're probably going to start next episode with doing the autopsy though. And then we found out that the gardener is actually a lawyer who was spying on us. But that's okay because we threw her off and we're wearing her gloves, so joke's on her. So, yeah, next time, autopsy, maybe talking with the Union people. We shall see. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload the next part of the file to the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.